Working Class Bowhunter Podcast. We are in Wyoming, Bear Camp 2022 at Grays River Outfitting. This is where we do the Working Class Bowhunter Bear Camp every year.
Yes, sir.
And I guess if you're interested in booking after listening to this, hit us up, workingclassbowhunter@gmail.com. We'll get you all the info. Hopefully soon we'll have info for the 2023 camp and what our plans are there. We're not 100% sure how we're going to do it or structure it, but we got some ideas to mix things up a bit, I guess.
Yep.
So, but man, we're going to just get right into it and talk about bear stories. Well, first of all, Kurt Geyer here.
Eric, I'm
Doug Schmidt.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Mike Topper.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, man.
So,
and you made the trip from PA.
Oh, yeah. Long trip.
Did you book this from listening to the podcast, like the Bear Camp episodes?
Yep.
And then you came out. You got here before us, so
Yep.
you were the first week. Like, we're splitting between the 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So you were the first week. We're kind of the overlap week, and then the guys for the second week are coming in this weekend. So
it's been a good week.
Talk about give us like your full experience from like showing up to the hunt and all that, like reactions, thought process, all that stuff.
I mean, I left Thursday night to get out here. Not expecting how long it was going to take. I wanted to make sure I got here early. Mm-hmm. That way, in case I got a flat tire or something, 30 hours was a long way to.
Yeah, 30-hour drive.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, got out here, visited some family that's pretty local. Got to see them for a day, then rolled up into camp and met everybody, and it was kind of like, hit the ground running,
Yeah.
Started checking baits, all that good stuff, and started getting familiar with the camp, familiar with the people.
Yeah.
Everybody here is class act, dude.
Yeah.
It's one of the coolest experiences I've ever been a part of.
Real quick before we keep going, I got to add in, you're hearing background noise. That's legitimately rain on the canvas tent.
Yeah.
So if you're hearing something, it's as authentic as it gets.
It's rainy day, podcast day here in camp.
Yeah. So what was your, like, when you walked in and saw the tents and all that for the first time? Like, what were you? Was it what you expected?
Yeah. Because you guys have had posts and everything before in the past and everything, so you never really understand exactly what it is until you roll in, but it looked pretty familiar. I mean, the corrals and all the horses and the guides out here doing their thing, they're working. These guys are some working motherfuckers, dude. They hump.
Not a lot of leisure for the guides and stuff. They got to bust ass to get things going.
Today it's kind of like, that would be a nice day to just hang out and relax, but it's like, nah, dude, got to bait, got to get the next people ready. So
for sure.
Yeah.
So you showed up. Talk about your first day hunting, because out here, once rifle season opens, it's once you have your bear tag, it's bow or rifle.
Right. So the first day we went out and we checked some baits. My guide had a previous client kill one the week before at this spot, and still bears hitting it, so we went out there. I was not acclimated to the conditions yet, and
steep and no air.
Yeah, we start walking, and my guide's just hopping over branches and logs and everything, and I'm crawling on my hands and knees, huffing and puffing.
Makes you really feel like a bitch, don't it?
Yeah. I'm a bitch, for sure.
That's what you think, body by bush light?
I said, go ahead, man, I'll just catch up with you.
Yeah.
But we got up onto this peak, and it was just like the scenery, breathtaking, you know what I mean? Like, you could not see a damn thing and still just have the time of your life out there.
Oh, yeah.
So we got up there, we sat down for the night, had a bunch of mule deer come in real close. We had one about 20 yards behind us. Had a bull elk down in the bottom.
So you're on the ground.
Yeah, we're on the ground, but we're up on this like little knoll. It's actually I feel like God put it there to hunt off of. Like, it's a sweet setup.
Oh, you've been to that spot?
Yeah, we went and baited it yesterday. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nuts. So
see everything.
Yeah, that was the first day. Well, that wasn't the spot that I killed my bear at on the first day. Yeah, but
So there's another spot meant for that apparently.
Yeah. But first day, it's kind of uneventful, but, it is what it is. Seen some fucking trout rolling up these little creeks, spawning and everything like salmon.
Yeah.
It's just everything you see.
It's
just fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of like culture shock, but it's just nature.
Yeah.
It's really
I'm still culture shocked. You know what I mean? I've been here for a week now.
Yeah.
Just being out here is an experience in itself.
It's worth every penny.
Yeah.
Just being out here, being a part of it.
It's more than just a hunt.
Yeah. The horseback riding. I mean, that's like stage 5 horseback riding. You know what I mean? Like, you're going up fucking mountains.
You're riding horses in the mountains, for sure.
Yeah. I'm still scared of them, for the record.
Yeah, they suck.
they ain't a bunch of pasture gnomes like back home.
They do whatever they want.
Yeah, we do okay, though. So that was first day in.
Yep.
Any bears at all?
No bears first day. Nope. But we had just that first set that we went on, we had baited that earlier in that day. So we figured with the fresh bait we'd go sit on it. But, bear hunting, they come in when they want to. So we didn't see anything first day. But
That's hunting?
Yeah, that's hunting. So second day, we went up to where I'd killed my bear, and, well, let me go back a little bit. Joe had killed a bear first day, and he killed it that night, so we went in that next morning, picked up his bear, got to see his area. Had some horse issues on the way back,
Killed it in the afternoon.
Yes, he killed it in the afternoon. We picked it up in the morning.
Yeah.
And had some horse issues, did a little cowboy shit. The horses got loose. My foot got caught in the stirrup and freaked the horse out a little bit. He almost drugged me around Wyoming. So we spent 45 minutes catching those guys, and then we went up and checked the bait that I was hunting on that evening. And they refreshed it, and they just had a good feeling about it. So on the way up to check the bait, we had crossed a couple bear tracks going through the snow. Well, actually, a few bear tracks, so there was a lot of sign in there.
Yeah.
And we were feeling good about it. In the evening time, are we going right into the story right now?
Yeah, do whatever you want, man.
So
we're running raw right now.
Right. So we get up in there, we hike in, we're looking at the bear tracks again. We're feeling good. Me and Red, we're all pumped up. Red's my guide. Badass dude.
Shout out to Red.
Yeah, Red. What's up, Red? And
he's like, wait.
So we get up there, and spirits are high. We're pretty positive dudes together, you know what I mean? We're feeding off each other like,
yeah.
We're going to get this shit done this week. And we get up there. There's some, they had said there's a big bear in the area, you know what I mean? And I'm kind of optimistic, after the first night and second night. We get up there, pack a lunch, we get up in there early. It's not prime time yet. We're just chilling. We get up on this little knoll. We're looking over at the bait. Bait's about 160 yards away, so...
doesn't look like it, though.
No, it doesn't. It looks a lot
way
farther.
further.
Yeah.
But the terrain, messes with your judgment.
Me and Lee, did it 3 times to make sure.
Yeah. And so Red had, chugged this Mountain Dew before we got out of the truck because he was thirsty, and we get up there, and he's like, man, I should have chugged that Mountain Dew. I really got to piss. And, this is as we first get up there. So we're getting set up,
By the way, that doesn't say that Red's a natural-born Midwesterner, that he chugged a Mountain Dew.
Before he goes hunting?
Yeah.
Who doesn't do that?
Yeah, it's like, all right, yeah, he's from Wisconsin.
Yeah, for sure. We do that in the Northeast, too.
Yeah.
But so we get up there, and we get settled in. We're just chilling, kind of waiting for prime time. And I'm going through all my pictures. We're sitting prone on this little knoll looking over it. I can just lay the gun right down over there and, shoot across. So I'm on my belly. I'm going through my phone, just reminiscing for the past couple of days, looking at videos, this and that. And
because you can't get on Instagram out here. And
right,
scroll
yeah. So pretty
time.
much looking at pictures is all you're doing.
Yeah.
And so Red's beside me. He's about 5 yards to the left, and he's got his spot and scope out, and he's got his phone on there, and he's all in. He's doing his own thing. I'm doing my own thing. We're just trying to stay quiet because, we don't know where the bear could be. With, all the tracks that are coming up behind us, we're thinking, they're maybe crossing a valley behind us and then coming up in.
Yeah.
So we were just being, careful with what we were doing. So I look over. This is probably, I don't know, we were there for about an hour and a half maybe. It was 7:20. And Red's like, man, I really got to piss. And I'm like, dude, just go fucking piss, who cares? We're 160 yards away from this thing. We're on the other side of this knoll. They can't see,
Yeah.
Maybe they'll like it, whatever.
Get a little waft of that dew.
Yeah. So
that Mountain Dew.
I sit there, and I had looked through my binoculars at the bait probably 2 times so far just to pass some time and everything, look at the scenery and shit. So he's down there doing his thing, and I pull up my binoculars. I'm looking at the barrel, just checking it out. There's a couple birds flying in and out of it. I'm trying to identify the birds, see what they are.
Like Doug would do.
Yeah. And
hell yeah.
So,
hell yeah.
So I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the bait, and next thing I just see these fucking paws come down the hill. And I'm like, put my glasses down. Then I put it back up, and I'm like, holy fuck.
That's a bear.
That's a bear.
That's a bear.
And I've been hunting bear in Pennsylvania for 12 years now, and I've yet to see one during hunting season. So it's
no kidding.
Whenever my first opportunity to see a bear while hunting, I thought I was going to come unglued, but because Red was back there with his dick in his hand, I'm like, I look at him and I'm like, bear. And he didn't hear me, so I'm like, bear. So he looks up at me. He's kind of looking like, shut the fuck up, man. There ain't no bear
there's no
there.
bear
It's only 7:20 right now. And then I'm like, my eyes are wide open. I'm like, dude, there's a fucking bear, And he's like, oh shit, and runs up and gets on his scope and everything, presses record, and the bear's coming in, and dude, this thing's so big, it's throwing his leg up over the snow to put it in front of him and everything. It's just, he looks like a giant even from 160 yards away, and I got the crosshairs on him, and he's just coming in, and I didn't even he's scent checking. He's being a big bear, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's trying to be careful coming in because they had just baited it earlier in the day. I think, maybe he's like, smell donuts, but also smell
Something
people
else,
too.
right.
Yeah.
Mountain
So
Dew piss.
he's just being weird.
Yeah.
So I didn't even want to give
Glazed
him too
donuts
much.
and Mountain Dew.
I didn't even want to give him much time to turn around and
Yeah.
just be gone because as thick as it is up there, 2 steps and they're out of there.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's facing me, and Red's like, shoot him. Boom, and
Yeah.
he just fucking folds right there on camera, right in front of the barrel. We hop up, dude. Bro,
By the way, I need to get that video from you, Red.
we
before.
were jacked.
Did you have a bro moment out
We
there?
had a bro moment for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I fucking we fist pumped, we fucking hugged, we fucking screamed. We were like, "You caught a fucking giant!" I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Yeah.
Like this is all crazy right now, And
Yeah.
as we're fucking sitting there celebrating, the bear just kind of falls down over the edge and out of frame. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just it is the sickest moment of my life.
So
Almost.
did you know how big this bear was at the time?
I didn't know how big he was at the time at all. No, but
Red,
knew
I think
that-
Red had kind of a rough idea, didn't he?
Red jumped up and seen it on his phone there in the spotting scope, and I'm sure he was probably like, "Holy
That's a
fuck,
giant."
that's
Yeah,
a giant!"
yeah.
because that's the first thing. You killed a fucking giant! You killed a fucking giant!
Is he down? Is he down?
Is he down?
And I was just like, "Oh, I fist pumped. I thought I broke his fucking hand just fist pumping because I was so jacked up."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was tits.
So it was tits. There you have it here. That's his review for Grazer Outfitting. It was
5 stars.
It was tits.
Five stars, yeah.
I mean, that explains it all. You know what I mean?
It was tits. It's like, wow, great review. I mean, hey, that's actually a really good review. And our Midwestern and Eastern terminology, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so let's talk about walking up to this thing.
Okay, so, it was still early, and we were like, man, now that it's early, let's get up, let's get over to this thing. We still got plenty of
Yeah,
daylight.
time.
We could probably get this thing skun out and even back
Skun
up.
out?
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Is it?
Skun
Judges?
out? Skin out?
Skinned
Skun?
out? Skinned out? I don't know. Maybe that's my. Yeah,
Skun? Judges?
Cool.
All right, Lee's.
You skun it?
Yeah.
All right, skunned out's a
We
word.
skunned out a bear.
Checks out.
So,
Okay.
yeah, we get down
Sorry.
there, and we're walking in nice and slow because, it's pretty thick, We
Yeah.
don't know. It looked like this bear died. but
Yeah, for sure.
It rolled out of frame. You're
mean,
not
yeah,
for
you-
sure.
you
For
never
sure.
do know.
Yeah, so, Red's got his gun, and I'm just kind of following behind him, if anything happens, you better have my back,
Yeah.
And we're, going up. We get to the barrel. There's some blood there, obviously, because I just fucking smacked him right in the chest. And we go down. And he had slid a lot farther than what I thought he was going to, so he was down, kind of bent around this spruce tree. And, he looked big there.
Yeah.
And then whenever we got him off the spruce tree, and we were like, God damn, that's a big motherfucker, So, and I'm just going off of him because Pennsylvania, we got some pretty big ass black bears back
Yeah.
in Pennsylvania. So that bear is a little bit bigger than average in Pennsylvania, but out here apparently that's
big one.
a hammer. So
Yeah.
The cream of the crop
Yeah.
right there.
And he's
So-
like a big chocolate bear, too, which
big,
makes it even sweeter.
gorgeous chocolate bear, perfect hide. And he's got a white patch on his chest that's damn near the size of a football.
Yeah.
His head is just. Dude,
Pumpkin
huge.
head, for
It's
sure.
so big. It's so big. So we get down there and we're like, all right, let's get some pictures, because light's fading. It's
Yeah.
getting dark. We got a lot of work to do yet, So we're trying to push it across the hill because where it's at, it's so steep. If we were to push it, it's going to slide all the way down to the bottom. We didn't have any really good logs to set it up on for good
Yeah.
pictures and everything. So we're stomping our feet in the snow and pushing it across the hill, He's helping me. He's gets it over. I jump around him, and he pushes it over. He jumps around me, kind of leapfrogging it over and get it on this log. Take some awesome pictures. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This bear just looks like a grizzly. He's so
Yeah.
big. His head is just ginormous.
Yeah.
So we get some pictures done real quick, and Red hops in. I get a couple with him. We're still goofing off. We're on cloud 9.
Yeah.
And so we get it down and start skinning it out. And I mean, it took us an hour to skin this thing out.
Oh, yeah, you got to roll around that big fat body and
Yeah,
get
it was-
through them. That's got to
yeah,
be a ton of work,
his hair
especially because you're not doing it on flat ground.
Right.
You know, it makes it more
his,
challenging.
His hide was so thick, you know what I mean? And we spun that bear out the day before in half an hour.
Yeah,
This
right.
one,
Quick.
Yeah, this one was some work. So we got it all skun out, and so
I love that word.
Yeah.
And no one in camp probably knew at this time, did they?
no, they didn't. But because we had killed it so early and got so much done so fast, hiking this motherfucker out killed me. Like
I bet it did.
It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like not being acclimated to the elevation out here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like just walking over here to my truck. I'm like,
yeah, you
right,
feel it
you
the
know?
first couple of days.
And then
especially.
you throw 100 pounds of skin and head on your shoulders.
and I guarantee you it was damn near 100 pounds
I
just
bet.
the hide and the
Well,
head on that
skull
thing.
alone, man.
Dude.
I mean, you showed us because we got here after,
Mm-hmm.
and you showed us like, you had it in the snow so it stays cool and everything. And I mean, the head alone's got some weight in
Oh,
it.
dude, it was nasty. So, we get it all packed in, and we're trying to find a way to pack it in right. We kind of had it fucked up at first, So
Yeah.
Red picks me up with the backpack in the bear so I can stand up, and I start walking. The head falls outside, and it's like slapping the back of my leg. And
Yeah.
I'm already dying, you know what I mean? And I'm like, fuck this, something's got to give. Like, we got to do better on this. So we sit back down, refold it, repack it back up right, get a little higher on my back to where I can, have some, just a little more balance.
Yeah.
And start hiking up the hill. And it wasn't that far of a walk, but just, the steepness and the elevation.
Oh, yeah,
dude.
man.
Like,
It
I was
plays a
walking
role.
20 yards, stop.
Oh,
20
yeah,
yards,
yeah.
You have to.
stop.
You kill yourself otherwise.
Oh, my God. So Red makes it up to where we had shot the bear from so we can go back down the other side. And he's up there and he's waiting on me. He's like, come on, bitch, Like, I was like, I'm a bitch, I can't do this. Like, give me some time. Like,
Giving you a hard time.
yeah, we had fun this week.
I would have made
dude.
him put the backpack on if you called me that.
Well, I did.
I did.
So I get up to the knoll, and it's a pretty steep little section to get down into the valley where we start walking back down to the truck and everything. So as wore out as I was at that point, I was like, Red, you got to get it down here, else I'm rolling the whole way down. So he puts it on his back, and he gets it down, and he walks a little bit, and I'm like, all right, let me take back over. This is my bear. Let me do it. You know what I mean? Like, thanks for your help. Appreciate it. I would have died without that. But
Yeah.
So we're going back downhill and everything, and I'm fighting through the snow in some spots, sinking a little bit. I'm getting fucking stuck like every other step because the snow's starting to soften up.
Yeah.
It's going up to my crotch, and I'm just like stuck. You know what I mean? Red's gone. I'm like trying to get out. It's like quicksand almost,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So get it on my back, and we start hucking down the mountain. And even though you're going downhill, still fucking heavy.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like
Almost
trying
makes it hard. Downhill's hard.
yeah,
Wait,
it
like
was.
that.
But, I humped it on there, and I didn't want to be a bitch. I wanted Red to be proud of me, so I just fucking kept on going, made it the whole way back to the truck. And we got here probably about the same time that everybody else would be coming out of their stands. And it was just like, you get one? It's like, yeah, we got one.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
We got one.
I did.
And then it's like, damn, look at that guy,
Yeah.
And then, they're all like, is that the big one? Is that the big one? I'm like, I'm kind of ignorant to what I shot because I don't really know exactly what a big bear is out here.
For sure.
I've seen bears that big in Pennsylvania, but, shit's different out here. I'm across the country right now,
Yeah.
so I'm not in Pennsylvania. But, so apparently this bear's fucking big.
Real big.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, what were they saying for, like, just give out, like, what you think right now for size. I mean, the verdict's still out on the skull, but we can talk about that.
Yeah, so apparently it's floating right around that 20-inch mark, which...
Maybe a touch bigger.
Yeah, maybe a touch bigger. I don't want to, overcompensate. And,
Yeah.
So
And he was right around like 7 feet, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was 7 foot bear. Well,
Yeah.
just shy of 7 foot, like 1 or 2 inches. So
7 foot bear.
7 foot.
How big
bear.
was the swizzle stick?
The swizzle stick? He had pretty hammer swizzle stick. It's
Good.
Gonna, it's going to get some deep drinks.
mixing.
Yeah.
Good mixing.
Some
Yeah.
deep
Yeah.
drinks.
Deep mixing.
The doubles and
We're
triple
going
shooters
deep.
are going to be mixed up nice.
Whoa.
So,
Yep.
oh man, so what are you going to do for mount?
Well, I'm thinking I really want a little rock scenery with it because of all the rocks out here and everything. So
Yeah.
I really I want to get them on a styrofoam rock, kind of like.
You should just had Red carry one of the big rocks up from where he died down the hill. And then you
Yeah, why didn't you do that, Red?
Want to go do that? Let's go. After this.
Throw it on your back.
So, I'm going to get it kind of like semi-aggressive, but not like really aggressive.
Yeah.
But because I want to try and in the future either get a wolf or a mountain lion and have them both kind of like
Facing off.
standing off to each other. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But
Make like a scenery.
it'll be like separate rocks, so I could have one right below it. So, but I want to get that white patch exposed.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like have that left shoulder back, or that
Yeah.
left leg back a little bit, and maybe like.
You wouldn't do a standing straight up full mount?
I want to because he's so tall. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I think that would be cool, but I don't know. No,
I hear
don't,
you,
I don't
yeah.
want to get a standing one. Like, I love taxidermy, so I'm definitely getting to mount it. But
Yeah, and you're going to swing on your way out. You're going to go to Old Barn.
yeah, I'm going to Old Barn on the
Sam
way
will
back.
know exactly what to do with that bear.
I mean, he's one of the best
guarantee
bear
it.
taxidermists
Yeah,
in the
so
country.
I've been thinking about ideas, but after I talk to Sam, I'll probably have a better idea of what I want to do.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of them. He'll probably know how to show it off the best that it can. Give it the respect that it needs.
He'll throw some good ideas at you, too. I mean, what's cool is, like, Sam's passionate about it, so he'll be like, man, what if you did this? Like, he'll throw ideas at you.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he's not going to force anything you don't want to do, but
Right.
he might bring up some options
That you didn't even think of.
Yeah, that you're like, oh, man, that'll work perfect.
Yeah,
you know?
like he's probably got things that he could throw in there that I don't know nothing about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, hell yeah, I like that idea. Let's roll.
For sure,
you know?
exactly. So if someone books this hunt in the future, what would you tell them to like bring or prepare for?
You really don't need to. Definitely don't bring food. Because
You don't need food.
I brought food and I still got all of it. Like
Right.
I thought I was going to lose weight out here. Nah.
Nah, you ain't going hungry out here.
You don't lose weight in bear camp.
Yeah, just
Yeah, you can. You can.
Yeah, you could absolutely.
You probably broke even for a couple
Yeah,
days.
some of these guys can do their spots every day, man. I'm like, bro, I don't know how you're doing it. You know,
We got
it's
Jan
crazy.
and Derek in here just cooking up meals.
Bro. Oh, it's insane.
Cooking up some
Shout out to them guys.
fine cuisine.
It is too.
But no, if I had to suggest what to bring, definitely everything for every weather, because it's done everything. Whenever we rolled into camp, it was snowing.
It's raining
ass
right
off.
now.
It's raining now. It was 80 yesterday. I got
Right.
sunburned like crazy, so I've never had snow falling on sunburn, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah, right. Right.
But no, good boots for sure.
Yeah.
Good boots, maybe thermoset, because you're sitting a lot. You know, you never know where you're going to be sitting.
Yeah, like a D wedge is a good idea if you're gonna. I mean, it's up to you too. Like you don't have to come out and be bow only. Like,
No, you don't.
Some baits are set up for it. Some baits are set up for rifle. It's really it's nice because if you run into a tough situation or not ideal weather, you can take a rifle.
Yeah,
you know?
and the Bears have kind of seemed like they've been really leery, you know what I mean, hesitant to come in to a lot of the baits for whatever reason, you know, so it's like
this is the whole area. Everyone out here is
Yeah.
kind of that way, but it's hunting, man.
it is
Yeah,
hunting.
makes it fun.
So, you know, I did bring my bow out. I had every intention of shooting one with my bow, but then I kind of, seen the writing on the wall out here and realized if I want to get it done, like I could definitely get it done with a bow, but the possibilities with a gun are better.
Always
Right,
better.
You
Yeah.
know, got a lot of money into this trip. I definitely want to be successful, so whatever's going to increase my odds to bring one home is what
Sure.
I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
Worked out pretty good.
It was kind of cool on
Worked
our,
out great. Worked out great.
on our way out. Before Joe came out, I texted him. I'm like, hey, keep me updated on what's going on. And I didn't hear anything from him. I'm like, oh no, this ain't good. And then when you guys went to the biologist, he actually texted me from his cell phone. He's like, yeah, we both killed. I'm like, all right, I need pictures. You got
Oh, yeah.
pictures. He
Yeah.
sends his first, and then yours shows up. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah,
We were all like,
poor
holy
Joe.
shit.
We get here, we're like, hey
Yeah.
man, congrats! Walk right past Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, I shot my first bear. He's all stoked up. I was pumped up for him, fist pumping and everything. And then I bring mine in. He's
Yeah,
like,
you pissed his Cheerios
Fuck.
for sure.
yeah,
Nah, it's all good,
No,
though.
Joe's a
No,
great dude.
it's all
man. I love
jokes.
that guy. Joe's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
He's class act.
For sure.
We were passing around the truck. I'm like, you guys got to see this thing.
Yeah, it's a dang.
Yeah, like I said, I'm still kind of, I don't really know what I killed yet until we get it measured. Like, I know it's good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
but-
what the biologist tell you?
It's
People hunt
for,
here for
So people that are wondering why we keep saying biologists, you have to check a bear. You have to check your bear's end.
Yep.
Mhm,
So,
yeah,
and
so
they
we
take
have to,
they pull a tooth or something. and
yeah,
then-
sometimes they say that the game wardens will come up to camp and check them in if they're around, but apparently the one this week was out of town, so we had to ride into Jackson, which is like pretty much a fucking day trip, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Getting
there and back.
Getting out of here is 2 hours, and then coming back is 2 hours, and then
Yeah.
to Jackson and everything. But yeah, so we had to go into Jackson to the office there and get the biologist to take tooth samples so they can age it and everything. And he was just like, yeah, you don't see too many of them that big. People live here, hunt all their lives, and don't kill one that big. And I'm like, sick.
Yeah, that's
Sick.
awesome.
Sick.
There was a gas station attendant talking about it when we were getting our bear tags.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I
Top
heard
of
there was a
town.
big one shot up over here. We're like, oh yeah. I mean, I didn't really put two and two together at the time
Right.
until we heard you guys telling the story about going to do the check-in.
Right.
So it's like, oh shit, they're talking about your bear.
Yeah. So
Because I mean, man, once that gets out there, check-in stations, just like back in the day for whitetails.
Yeah.
I don't know if Iowa did that or not, but
No, we never had them.
Illinois did. That's where rumors would start flying. Is the check-in stations.
yeah, and there might be some rumors flying too, because there was this weird guy from Tennessee. Apparently, he works for the newspaper in Jackson, and he come walking by, and he's like, "Is those 399s cubs that got shot?" And I was like, "Yeah, they're dead."
What a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he was just like one of those guys
Looking
that
for
just
his big
starts
break?
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So he's probably like trying to write it in the newspaper and everything. Like, who knows? You
So
know?
he was just walking by while the biologist was checking him in.
Yeah, and then he walked by, he looked at it, asked a couple questions, and came back. He's like, "Can I get a picture of this?" And I'm just, yeah, sure, dude, whatever. But yeah, he's a weirdo.
Huh.
Jackson people.
Looking for his big break out there. Hey, listen, man, don't.
No,
No,
just stay out of Jackson.
Yeah, it's the only spot in Wyoming to stay away from.
Yeah,
is what I'm gathering.
Yep. It's once you go there, it's obvious why.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like Chicago. If you're catching our drift,
Yeah.
it's the Chicago of Wyoming.
Yeah,
It really is.
yeah.
Right. That's probably the fair way to put it. Right. But man, congrats.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Got a hammer.
I'm excited to see what it actually is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Apparently, it's pushing Boone and Crockett, so that's exciting.
We can't look up what Boone and Crockett is out here, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's 21.
Yeah,
But maybe it's not. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
yeah. I don't know.
I'll seem like an idiot once. Everybody listens, like, how you idiots this. I can just Google it. Well, remember, we can't.
Yeah.
If you don't remember it off the top of your head, we
You
can't
don't have
just look
nothing
it
up.
up
You're in
here.
airplane mode all week
Oh,
up
yeah.
here.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
kind of nice.
It is
Pictures
nice.
and videos.
It's beautiful.
This is the most technology we've had is this podcast
This
right
is
here.
the most Doug's been off TikTok and since he got
Dang, Doug's tender is just sitting stagnant.
It's rough.
it. It's rough.
You gonna make it?
Doug's all sad.
Don't talk about him.
Yeah.
Doug's on Tender and Jackson, just a mess.
No. I think I'm going to stay away from that one.
Just no harm, no foul, Doug. Well, I think that wraps it up, man. It's a good story.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Great story.
Feel it.
Great
Great
week.
bear.
Like, if I recommend coming out here and trying this shit out, it's
It's
just
the real
the
deal.
just the experience.
Yeah.
Bear or not, it's worth it.
You going to come back for bears? You're going to come back for
You
something?
come back for something.
Mountain lion.
Mountain lion.
Mountain lion. I'm a
Oh,
big
yeah.
advocate for Trey's mountain lion
Oh, yeah.
hunts.
And I've been wanting one. It looks sick with that bear mount.
Dude.
Just like two.
It's such a different
two
style hunt
monarchs
than you'll
going
do.
after each other.
Oh, dude, it's
Yeah.
that hunt's. This is an experience. That's like same level of experience, just different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's just a different
Yep.
something you don't
With the
experience
snow
anywhere
and
else.
the cold,
For sure. Well, hey, one thing we should talk about. So, in camp right now, like I killed my bear 2 years ago, and Eric, you came last year and didn't get one. So
Yep.
Doug's here this year for the first time. So I'm kind of like, well, I'm good. You guys do your thing. Well, after the whole me shooting turkeys with shotgun controversy, everyone's like, why does working class bow hunter shoot turkeys with a shotgun? Eric's like, dude, you should just kill things with a rifle all year just to piss off internet forums. So I'm like, that would be kind of funny. So I'm kind of like, I'm half rifle hunter this trip. So we just thought it'd be funny to stir things up. It's like,
Just
hey,
stir the pot just a little
stir
bit.
the pot. It's like, oh, I killed a bear with a rifle. Oh, go to Africa and just shoot everything with a
With a
rifle.
You ready for that ride?
Yeah. Oh, well, don't be a douchebag on the internet, guys. Well, anything else you want to add? Shout out your Instagram, your dating profile.
No dating profile. I got a good girl at home. She's badass.
That was a test.
She let me come out here. She's
Passed.
She misses me, so I'm
She
ready to
paid
get
us to
home.
do that.
But no,
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, right.
You can find me on Instagram, PSU Wildlife. Went to Penn State and everything for wildlife and forestry. So
Cool, man.
whenever I was there, I kind of just adopted that name, stuck with it.
Right
Kind
on.
of cool. It's it's original. But
Like it.
Facebook, fuck that. Don't find me on Facebook. I don't even get on there that much. But
Yeah.
so
Noted.
PSU Wildlife. Find me there. Other than that, I'm just working man.
On this, find you on
class.
this podcast.
That's right.
Love it, man.
Badass.
Doug, I feel like you have something to add.
I got nothing. Congrats.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate
I
it.
got nothing.
Yeah.
Eric.
No, man, congrats and thanks for coming out,
Yeah,
supporting
man.
us,
It was
supporting Trey
best.
and
I
everything.
appreciate it. I wouldn't have done it, if you guys wouldn't have advertised Trey's business out here and everything.
Yeah.
I think I filled in for a drop off or somebody dropped out or whatever.
Yeah.
And I guess I caught it early.
Well, you did because when Trey called me, he's like, "Hey, we need to fill 3 spots." For like some guys had some stuff come up with family and couldn't make it.
Which happens.
Yeah, it happens.
I bet that guy's like kicking rocks right now.
Well,
Oh, shit.
yeah, he
Killed my bear.
he will when he hears
That was
this.
my bear.
But it was 2 brothers coming out, I believe. But anyway, something came up. I get it. That's life. But like this camp next year, I already have people wanting to book the 2023 camp, and so we're gonna wait and we'll advertise it so everyone's got a fair bid, you know. But we wouldn't talk about it and advertise it and come out here 3 years in a row if we didn't believe in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If this was a bad time,
No, it's
we would have came once and would have not came
he's got a
back.
Class A operation.
I
going
say,
on here.
saying that, shout out to Trey and his crew here.
sure.
I mean, it's
The best.
top notch.
They're amazing.
Yeah,
They're
the
amazing.
best.
They take care of you, man. Anything you need, they're all about it. You just
It's
nice,
like the
genuine
hunting camp.
people.
It's like the hunting camp you wish you grew up with.
For sure.
That
Yeah.
you get. It's like that vibe all
The
around.
wall tent atmosphere and everything, sleeping on the couch with your fire every night.
Can't be on your phone. You
Can't
have
be
to
on
talk
your
to
phone.
everybody.
You have
Right.
to talk to everybody, and you develop the relationships I've developed with these guys here this week. We'll be in touch the rest of our lives.
Oh,
with
yeah.
them, and that shit,
Different.
that shit's cool.
You walk in camp, you feel like you've known everyone for
Right?
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like Red, little 19-year-old kid just graduated high school. He's out here living his dream.
From Wisconsin, yeah.
yeah,
It's pretty
he's
cool.
Living the dream.
Pretty fucking cool.
Badass.
All right, boys. This was a fun one.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Congrats
Appreciate
again, buddy.
Thank you.
Congrats.
You know what to do. Go shoot your bow, or if you want to make the internet mad, shoot your rifle. We love you.